Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? So we got JERMALL Hitman Lines Only Charlo, Juneteenth title defense, WBC middleweight world champion, Houston, Texas hometown fight versus JUAN Montiel. Now, we all know that this isn't the fight that we wanted to see JERMALL CHARLO in. This isn't the opponent that we requested for JERMALL CHARLO. We know the skill level, the talent, and the potential of JERMALL CHARLO. Now, granted, he is coming off of probably his biggest win of his career, or one of them. Some people may say the Julian J. Rock Williams was his biggest win. One of the most fantastic knockouts you will see ever. Some people may say the Trout win was his biggest win, but I think the Sergey Derevyanchenko win was probably his toughest matchup and his biggest win and one of his best performances. A lot of people pick Sergey Derevyanchenko versus JERMALL CHARLO. I remember doing my prediction video. I remember doing my breakdown videos for that fight, and I remember doing my prediction video for that fight, and I was getting so much pushback when I told y'all exactly how JERMALL was going to beat him, and he went out there and did exactly what I played out in the prediction and in the breakdown. But I was getting so much pushback, man, you know, Sergey Derevyanchenko, nah, he gonna upset JERMALL. You know, JERMALL ain't never been in there with no guy like this. Sergey Derevyanchenko, I think he beat Triple G. You know what I'm saying? I think he could have beat Danny Jacobs. Both fights was close. This is Sergey Derevyanchenko's time to get a big win. This is the most skilled fighter JERMALL CHARLO has been in the ring with. He not ready for Derevyanchenko. This is a bad stylistic matchup for JERMALL CHARLO. I was getting so much pushback. And then when you go to the weigh-ins of that fight, you know, the lead up to that fight, so many people were picking Derevyanchenko to beat JERMALL CHARLO. It was to the point where people were saying either one of the Charlos gonna lose. Either Jermell gonna lose to Rosario or JERMALL gonna lose to Derevyanchenko. But now all of a sudden, JERMALL go out there, put on a dominant performance, beautiful 12 rounds of boxing, hurt Derevyanchenko multiple times in the fight, showed the toughness, the grit, and the boxing skills. Now all of a sudden, people acting like JERMALL CHARLO ain't fighting no down body. Okay, so I understand also that coming off of a win like that, you want to see JERMALL step it up even more because you see what he can do. The guy is obviously the goods. But you want to see if he can compete on the elite levels. You dig what I'm saying? And, of course, everybody wants to see the JERMALL CHARLO and Canelo fight. I, for one, certainly want to see that fight. I would love to see JERMALL CHARLO versus Benavidez one day at 168, or Benavidez trying to come down and catch him at a catch weight right now. I would like to see that. I want to see JERMALL CHARLO versus Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade is a phenomenal fighter. Is very skilled. And I think it's a good stylistic matchup. You got the classic, and he's a southpaw. You got the classic, you know, pure boxer in Demetrius Andrade who like to mix it up sometimes. And you got the more complete fighter, in my opinion, in JERMALL CHARLO, who can box, he can bang. You know, he can fight from distance. He can fight on the inside. He can pretty much do it all. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great matchup. So with this fight versus Montiel, I'm not excited about it. But I will say this. I think it's a good hometown fight. It's one of those fights, you know, there ain't no difference from Canelo fighting Yildirim. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no difference from Canelo fighting James Kirkland. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no difference from Benavidez fighting Ronald Ellis. You dig what I'm saying? So let's not act like these other dudes out here ain't just getting no wreck. And Montiel can fight. Montiel, he got power. You know, he got power. And he ain't no guy that you could just walk over. He can fight. But when you in there with somebody like JERMALL CHARLO, we all expect JERMALL CHARLO to be the victor. So, you know, with this being a hometown fight, a Juneteenth fight, you know what I'm saying? Juneteenth. African American independence. You know, the last slaves in Texas that was free. You know what I'm saying? This is a very important day. And it's a hometown fight in Houston, Texas for JERMALL CHARLO. You know, so, you know, it's beautiful that he get to have this fight right here in Texas and on Juneteenth. And this is the type of opponent that I would love to see him in the ring with. I mean, I would have loved to see JERMALL CHARLO and Demetrius Andrade on Juneteenth. That's even better. But if you can't get something like that, you know, two black fighters, two highly skilled, highly elite and elite level, you know, champions, unification, that's probably the best thing you could have did for Juneteenth. You know, but since you couldn't get that, you know, why not let JERMALL CHARLO go out there and put on a beautiful display of dominance on Juneteenth for the people? You know what I'm saying? So I expect nothing but dominance, pure dominance, power, aggression, skill, IQ. I expect a body. You know, not literally. I don't want to see that. But I expect pure dominance. I want to see Montiel yield. I want to see him bend the knee. I want to see him not completely out, unconscious. I want to see him get up too. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see JERMALL CHARLO put on pure dominance, an absolute ass whooping, send a message, make a statement that you're not to be played with. Period. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? So, and then after this, I expect JERMALL CHARLO to up the level of competition. I want to see Demetrius Andrade in the ring with JERMALL CHARLO next. Cut all that personal bullshit out. If you really got some beef with this dude, get in the ring and fight him then. That's what I want to see. Unification at 160. If not, go up to 168 and give anybody up there who want the smoke the motherfucking smoke. And I don't know if I know Triple G don't want no smoke, but if it's a money issue, man, look, try to make that shit happen with them. See if Al can break some bread and get Triple G in the ring. I know Triple G is set up to fight Murata for the WBA unification. That's cool. So why not let Triple G go ahead and fight him, Demetrius Andrade and JERMALL CHARLO, y'all get it on, and then you can do an undisputed match. That's what the middleweight division need because it's dead as fuck right now. So I want to see JERMALL CHARLO versus Demetrius Andrade as a unification at 160 after this Montiel fight. I don't want to see nothing else. If it ain't Canelo, if it ain't Triple G, if it ain't Benavidez, I want to see JERMALL CHARLO versus Demetrius Andrade. That's the only fight that makes sense. That's the only fight that makes sense. I don't want to see nothing else. I don't want to see nothing else, bruh. That's the only fight that makes sense to me. I think it's a great fight. It's long overdue. And it's a unification. And hopefully Murata beat Triple G. Because I don't think Triple G want no smoke with JERMALL CHARLO or Demetrius Andrade. So I'm hoping that Murata pull it off. So hopefully Murata had the nuts to get in the ring with either one of these brothers. You know what I'm saying? So we can get undisputed. Imagine Jermell and JERMALL undisputed. 154, 160. Oh my goodness. That's crazy, bro. I think they the only twins. No, they not. No, Vitaly and Vladimir, they not twins, are they? I know they brothers, but I don't think they twins, are they? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they twins. I know they brothers though, for sure. But ain't JERMALL and Jermell the only twins ever to be both world champions? I know in the same weight division, but world champions, period, in boxing? Imagine both twins undisputed. Like, this is some legendary shit. I know I'm wishful thinking because these fights ain't happening like they should. We know Jermell is fighting for undisputed in July. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what JERMALL gonna do after this fight, but I know what I want to see. And I'm really hoping that they can make that shit happen because ain't no reason why these fights is not happening. You know what I'm saying? Demetrius seemed like he want to fight. JERMALL, man, go ahead and make that shit happen. You ain't got nothing better going on. You know, so I want to see it, man. And I was watching the Showtime All Access with JERMALL and Montiel. They did a great job putting that together. I love how, you know, how they had, you know, JERMALL speaking candidly and also about the issues with JAMEL. You know, them guys been at odds recently, but I also saw today that they both posted on Instagram that they had ran together for the first time in 5 years. So that's beautiful, man. Those brothers, it's good to see those brothers back together, man. And you know, I love to see that. I want them to continue to be great, continue to grow and develop and do their thing, man, and prosper and have much success. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stronger together. Like JERMALL said, man, when he shine, I shine too. You know what I'm saying? So I hope them boys get all that shit together, man, and rock out and take over the motherfucking world like you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. What do y'all expect to see out of this JERMALL CHARLO and Montiel fight? And what do you want to see next for JERMALL CHARLO? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime, boxing, I'll holler at y'all boys, man.